Based on their observations, the members of the Bulletin of the Atomic Scientists Science and Security Board find conditions in the world to be so threatening that they are moving the hands of the doomsday clock 2 minutes closer to midnight. It is now 3 minutes to midnight. Today, unchecked climate change and a nuclear arms race pose extraordinary and undeniable threats to the continued existence of humanity. And world leaders have failed to act with the speed or on the scale required to protect citizens from potential catastrophe.
What's happening on planet Earth is definitely not business as usual.
For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in divers places. All these are the beginnings of sorrows. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. Now he's talking to the disciples, so we translate that back to us. Those that are disciples, that's what's going to start happening to us. Are you ready? We talked about it last week. We're in a row. First guy that gets shot. I don't want to be number 2. I want to be number 1, right? And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. Now that's out in the world, but that's in the church too. And many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many. How many people are raising up? And they're good. They're calling out dates. They're calling out all kinds of stuff. And because of iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. When ye therefore shall see the abomination of desolation spoken of by Daniel the prophet stand in the holy place, whoso readeth, let him understand. That's, bottom line, the Antichrist is going to stand in the Holy of Holies and say that he's God. Okay? Then let them which be in Judea flee into the mountains. In other words, it's fixing to happen. Start running. Let him which is on the housetop not come down to take anything out of his house. Neither let him which is in the field return back to his clothes, to take his clothes. And woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days. But pray ye there your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake those days shall be shortened. Then if any man shall say unto you, Lo, here is Christ, or there, believe it not. For there shall arise false Christs and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that, if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. Behold, I have told you before. Wherefore, if they shall say unto you, Behold, he is in the desert, go not forth. Behold, he is in the secret chambers, believe it not. For as the lightning cometh out of the east, and shineth even unto the west, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For whatsoever the carcass is, so wheresoever the carcass is, there will the eagles be gathered together. Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from the heaven, and the powers of the heavens shall be shaken. Man, I hope I am gone. I used to want to be here, but I don't know. I think I want to be waiting. I want to be in the chute, waiting for him to call me out and meet him in heaven. That way I can be right behind him, right? You will be in front, Jesus. Down here, we're waiting for him to come to rescue us, right? I think I want to be up there, amen? And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in the heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds and from one end of heaven to the other. Now learn a parable of the fig tree. When his branch is yet tender and putteth forth leaves, ye know that summer is nigh. So likewise, ye, when ye shall see all these things, know that it is near, even at the doors. Verily I say unto you, this generation shall not pass till all these things be fulfilled. So he's talking about the generation that starts seeing this, right? Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my word shall not pass away. But of that day and hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. Then shall two be in the field, the one shall be taken, and the other left. Two women shall be grinding at the mill, the one shall be taken, and the other left. Watch therefore, for ye know not what hour your Lord doth come. But know this, that if the good man of the house had known in what watch the thief would come, he would have watched and would not have suffered his house to be broken up. Therefore be ye also ready, for in such an hour as ye think not, the Son of Man comes. Who then is a faithful and wise servant, whom his Lord has made ruler over his household, to give them meat in due season? Blessed is that servant whom his Lord, when he come, shall find so doing. Verily I say unto you, that he shall make him ruler over all his goods. But, and if that evil servant shall say in his heart, my Lord delays his coming, and he shall begin to smite his fellow servants, and to eat and drink with the drunken, the Lord of the servant shall come in a day when he looketh not for him, in an hour that he is not aware of, and shall cut him asunder and appoint him his portion with the hypocrites. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. That evil servant shall say in his heart, my Lord delays his coming. My heart's cry today and last week was to convey to everyone here and to myself that we stop saying in our heart, he's delayed. Because, like I said last week, I feel like most of us have heard, he's coming, 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 and we're all just kind of, we've heard it. You know, Charlie Brown, wah, 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 the teacher, that's, you know, wah, 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 wah. We don't hear what's being said. We don't. It's not articulated. It's not communicated. It's not received, because all we hear is want, 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 because we've heard it over and over and over and over again. We've had the ebb and flow of all of the good stuff, all the bad stuff. We've seen the good times, the bad times. We've seen all those things, and it's still, he has not come, he has not come, and he has not come. And I'm looking at your faces, and it's like, okay, here we go again. Really, I look at you, and it's just like, he's not going to come today, Pastor. He won't be here tonight. The Lord of that servant shall come in a day when he looks not for him, in an hour that he's not aware of. And that's what I want to cry out to us, is like, hey, we got to wake up. We got to wake up. We got to wake up. And look, it's not about getting better. None of us are going to be perfect, and that's not what I'm trying to talk about. I'm talking about we got to start looking to him and saying, hey, help us, change us, and keep looking for him. He's coming. I don't know when, but he's coming. And we got to get ready. We got to be clean in the house. And we got to go to that closet we don't want to go to. And we got to open the door and start pulling the junk out. None of us in here are right all the way. None of us in here are perfect.